स्पोर्ट्स से जुड़ी किसी भी छोटी या बड़ी अपडेट के लिए सब्सक्राइब करें स्पोर्ट्स तक और साथ ही किसी भी नोटिफिकेशन को पाने के लिए बेल आइकन को दबाना ना भूलें।
Okay, this is the final session of the evening. As I said, this is the Mutual Admiration Society, the two of them. Absolutely a big fan section. I thought, no, that's a fair analogy. It's fair because these two have plenty of things in common. I mean, the first thing common between them is they were both really naughty kids, and that's why they were sent to go play sport so that they can utilize their energy. It's exactly the same in Sachin Tendulkar as well as Deepa Karmakar. The other thing that's very common between the two of them, both of them had very, very strict coaches. We all know Sachin Tendulkar had Ramakant Achrekar and Deepa Karmakar in Mr. Bishweshwar Nandi. So that's the second thing that's common between them. And the third thing that's common, I remember reading stories about Sachin Tendulkar getting, and so did Deepa Karmakar. She didn't get 1 rupee coins, but she got 1 rupee worth of chewing gum called the Big Babool chewing gum. I don't know how many of you remember us growing up, we used to get that. That's what her prize used to be, and Sachin's 1 rupee. So plenty of things common between them. The only thing, Sachin, I thought wasn't common between the two of you was the fact that Deepa also had an elder sibling, just as you did, and she used to beat the hell out of her elder sibling, who's like, I think, 4 or 5 years senior to her, but you dare not do that with Ajit ever.
I've still not been able to do that.
But she did, and now I believe she beats her nephew up as well. Okay, now that I said it's a mutual admiration club, I'm going to have a quick test between the two of you. I'm going to test how much do you know about each other, how big fans you are of each other. Who should I start with? Should I start with the lady first? Unfortunately, unlike Coffee with Karan, I don't have a coffee hamper to give you. But never mind, we'll start. Okay, easy questions. Okay, against which team did he get his 100th international 100?
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. Good one. Correct answer. Okay. Against which team did he make his international debut?
Pakistan.
I can hear someone. Control your excitement. The quiz is for Deepa. Okay. Correct answer, 2 out of 2. In which country did he play one of his most famous one-day knocks? It was also called the Desert Storm. Where did he play that?
UAE.
UAE. Okay, I'll give it to you. It's Sharjah, yeah, but I'll give it to you. You're thereabouts. Okay, the Middle East. Good one. 3 out of 3. Let's see if Sachin can match you. If you have the same strike rate as her. Let's see. When Deepa finished 4th at the Rio Games, and I know you watched the final, we are going to get to it. Who won the gold medal?
Some American I know, but...
Oh, he's right. Yeah?
Simona Biles.
Simona Biles, correct. Okay, good one. Okay. Who was Deepa's, and you know, it's fair play to him, he wasn't in the sessions before this because had he been here, he would have known the answer. You weren't. So the question is, who was Deepa's first sporting hero?
ऊपर तक आवाज सुनाई दे रहा था कर्णम मल्लेश्वरी.
Correct. You heard it?
हाँ, यहीं पे रूम में था मैं तो ऊपर तक आवाज सुनाई.
Damn it, I should have thought of another question. Okay. When did she win her first major international medal? And I can give you a hint in this. You had a role to play in those particular games.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. I think it's 2014 in Glasgow.
Correct.
Because I think, yeah, because I think opening ceremony में यहाँ से मैंने एक message दिया था to all the athletes which appeared on the mega screen. Is the only time that I've done something like that, so I was really stressed.
Yeah.
So I think that was the championship where you got your medal.
3 on 3. Though you should get 2 because you heard one answer there. So 2 for you and 3 for her. Okay. Anyway, let's get down to, excerpts from the book. One, and she's mentioned Sachin Tendulkar numerous times in the book, if you've had the opportunity to read it. One of the times is when आपके coach ने Sachin Tendulkar से नहीं मिलने दिया था. Sachin Tendulkar Deepa Karmakar से मिलना चाहते थे, लेकिन इनके कोच ने बोला नहीं, आप नहीं मिल सकते. आपने माफ कर दिया है अब उनको कि नहीं किया उसे?
पहले मुझे सच में नहीं पता था ये बात. मैं इनकी बहुत बड़ी फैन हूँ. मुझे नहीं बताया कि ऐसे ऐसे जाना है। एक दिन एक मीडिया ने आके ऐसे पूछा कि तुम्हें आपको ऐसे बुलाया, आप गए नहीं। फिर मैं सर को, सर आप नहीं जाए नहीं, बोले प्रैक्टिस था, ऐसे नहीं। फिर मुझे ऐसे डांट के, फिर सच में जब सर रियो पे आए, हम मिले सर से, तो हमें वो लगा, सर बोला अभी नहीं अभी तो हो गए ना। बट गुस्सा आया था सर के ऊपर, बट प्रैक्टिस भी इम्पोर्टेंट था।
You as a sportsman must have understood, refusal to meet when
That was one of my conditions actually when I was
Okay.
announced the ambassador for the Olympics. So I'd wanted to meet all the athletes and wish them all the best. But at the same time, I fully understood that all the athletes won't be available. And one of the conditions even from my side to my team was कि आप किसी का schedule change नहीं करने वाले हो. Because that is how my coach brought me up. So if there was a test match happening, I was not allowed to go and watch that test match. Sir said कि तुम्हारी practice खत्म करो, उसके बाद जो करना है करो, मगर तब तक you can't go and watch others play. And if I go back to my school days, I still remember the senior team was playing at Wankhede Stadium, and I missed my practice session to go and cheer for the senior team.
this is the school senior team.
This was my school, Sharda Shram
Okay,
senior
school.
team. That time I didn't fit in the playing 11. So sir said that rather than just sitting there, you play a practice match. So my school got over, and then I was to just go and bat at number 4. I missed that. I went to Wankhede Stadium. Then I told sir, I'm here to cheer our senior team. So sir kind of अभी बोल नहीं सकते यहाँ पे क्या किया सर ने, मगर सर का एक प्रसाद देने का स्टाइल अलग था. तो सबके सामने मुझे एक प्रसाद मिला अच्छा, and I was really upset, just like she was. And सर said that कि तुम्हें यहाँ आके दूसरों के लिए ताली बजाने की जरूरत नहीं है, तुम तुम्हारा काम करो, and your काम is to go and play and practice. Let others do their job. So that was a big lesson for me, and that's why I knew exactly that if I'm going to spend some time in Delhi, doesn't mean that all the athletes should leave their workout sessions and number of sessions that they were following a strict schedule, and that program need not be disturbed just so that I could say hello to them.
The other thing I mentioned at the start, you were at the Rio Games, the Olympic Games, but you were not there when she was there for a final. Do you remember watching the final? What are your memories of that?
In fact, even I was operated on my knee at that time, and I was not supposed to move around much. But I went all the way and came back, and that's when, just like millions and millions of others around the globe who watched, I was also awake. I also watched her, and something which is fascinating is only so far 7 athletes have been able to make an attempt to do this Pradhanova vault, and only 5 have been successful, and out of those 5 I can proudly say कि one is sitting here amongst us. So I thought yes, she came very close, but it didn't happen, and that is how any sport is. There are no guarantees, but something what she's been able to do is to leave that impression not just for Indians but all across the globe. So today, you go in any part of the world and speak about Deepa, and they would know. And that has not happened on its own. This book obviously has so many things which one can get to know about Deepa, all her sacrifices, her commitment, hard work, along with her coach, her parents, her family, friends, everyone supported. I think that was a big moment, because you've not just left an impression, because you've also motivated thousands and thousands of youngsters to go out and do something special for our country, and that is what matters. That is your contribution to gymnastics.
Okay, lovely. After that performance, initially Deepa writes in a book that she wasn't very happy having finished 4th, but then she came back to India, and this is something she's written in a book, that she came to Hyderabad for that function, which was for medal winners, and she was called in there, and you spent 10 minutes talking to her. She's not written in the book what you told her. Maybe you can tell us now.
with her permission, maybe I can tell. कोई controversial नहीं है. So I just told her that, first of all, though, I said कि we are all proud of you. Medal नहीं आया है, but it's not the end of the world. आप वापस जाओगे और कुछ ना कुछ कर दिखाओगे. But something which suddenly changes in any athlete's career is कि पहले आप practice कर रहे होते हो, पहले भी अच्छे results लगते हैं, but nobody takes notice of your results. And you continue practicing hard, you continue pushing yourself. And that's what exactly I told her, कि जो दीपा कुछ सालों पहले थी वो ही दीपा रहनी चाहिए अभी भी. आजू बाजू बहुत सारे changes आएंगे, which is good. I mean, and every athlete likes that. Every athlete likes appreciation, encouragement. But when it starts hindering your preparations, तो वो doesn't work. Said for me, whenever I went on a cricket field, it was like एक मंदिर में जाना, and वो एक time मेरा time था. Nothing else mattered in this world. Then it was just me and my cricket, and when I was satisfied, I was happy with my preparation, then I would leave the field, and exactly that is what I passed on to her. I said, जो भी होना है होने दो आजू बाजू में, जो आपका काम है वो आप कभी भूलना नहीं, and always respect, because this is a special talent which has come from up above, and we need to value that, respect that, and worship it. And that's what I told her. बाकी अगर मैं I was just, when I had a look at the cover, I said, दीपा ये position में जाने के लिए we were trying for last 28 years, it's not happened. So this is a gift from up above, and she should worship that.
Great advice at that time. I'm sure it helped her, and she writes that in the book too. But if you were to give her advice now, as you talk about the knee injury, she's coming from a knee injury right now. She has the Olympic qualifiers up next. How does an athlete deal with injuries, if you could give her advice?
I think injuries are, आप तो सही बंदे को पकड़ा है आपने injuries के बारे में बात करने के लिए. So, शायद मैं एक किताब लिख सकता हूँ जितने injuries मुझे हुए हैं. मगर I think the most important thing for any athlete is that we have to learn to be patient. सबसे ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम तभी आती है जब your physios, your doctors are saying कि ना इसको ठीक होने में और 3 हफ्ते लग जाएंगे, and we believe कि नहीं 3 दिन में ठीक हो जाएगा, we'll go and practice. So we just need to respect that and go according to their advice, their knowledge, their expertise, their experience. I've learned over a period of time to respect that कि ये एक nature भी एक बहुत सारी चीज़ें control करता है, and it's just one of those things कि if you scrape your elbow, वो scab form होके वो निकलने में थोड़ा time लग जाता है. We just have to be patient, and so is the case. बहुत बार hamstring वगैरह फट जाते हैं, बाहर से नज़र नहीं आती injury, मगर it is a bad injury, so we just need to respect that. But you eventually learn to overcome all these obstacles. I still remember when I had my tennis elbow surgery, which kept me out of action for almost 4.5 months. And I had sleepless nights. At one stage, though I was recommended कि 3 हफ्ते और लगेंगे, wait. And I tried immediately, literally within 3-4 days. And that was a big setback again. But I tried with a plastic bat and a tennis ball. And I couldn't even hit with that. So I thought my career was over, and I was having sleepless nights. I used to call my friends at 2:30, 3 a.m. and say, I can't sleep, I'm waiting outside your building, come down, let's go for a drive. Because I was so restless. And that is when, your support team, which is your family, your friends, doctors, physios, all of them, it matters. So for any individual to go out and fight all these challenges, it's not possible. I think you need a good support team around you who can make you believe that this is a passing phase and keep you in that frame of mind where healing takes place and you continue to be positive. Because for a period of time, I've realized that the champions are, always thinking of doing something special. And here we have one champion amongst us who's already after a surgery, who's already done something special. And in time to come, there are bigger things, hopefully by God's grace, to happen. But all I can say is, कि वहाँ पे आप जाओ, enjoy करो competition, because an athlete, once you are out in a competition, then you forget about all your injuries, and you just go out and give your best. When I scored my double hundred in ODIs, I was on that very morning for an hour and a half I was on a physio table, thinking कि ना ये last match होने दो, अगर ये series जीत जाते हैं तो I'm going to request to the BCCI कि मुझे rest करवा दो इसके बाद third match के लिए. And nobody knew कि ना आगे 200 होने वाले थे. So exactly, just keep pushing yourself, and something special will always be around the corner.
That's a great story. I'm sure it will inspire Deepa. लेकिन उनको इंजरी से वैसे भी, एक तो वो अपना फिजियोथेरेपी कर रही है, सब चीज़ कर रही है. एक चीज़ उनको हेल्प कर रही है इस वक्त, क्योंकि वो ट्रेनिंग कर रहे हैं, वो है जो दूध पी रही हैं, वो बहुत ही हेल्दी दूध उनको मिल रहा है नादिया से. Don't let your jaw drop. It isn't what it sounds like. I'll let Deepa explain that. क्या अभी आप कर रहे हैं और कहाँ पे आप ट्रेनिंग कर रहे हैं, ज़रा बताएं. और नादिया कौन है? कॉम्बिनेची नहीं, ये कोई और नादिया है, बताएं प्लीज़.
लास्ट 21 डेज में कल्याण पे ट्रेनिंग कर रही थी, आकार जिम्नास्टिक्स वाले वहाँ पे. तो उन्होंने खुद ही जिम बनाया, शिंदे फैमिली वो आए ये लोग. उनके खुद जो लास्ट अभी वर्ल्ड चैम्पियनशिप होने वाले जिसमें जर्मन की इक्विपमेंट है स्पीड की, तो उसी जिम में अवेलेबल है सारे पूरी इंडिया में. तो वहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग, तो उनकी खुद ही गाय है, खुद ही पूरे सब्जी वगैरह है. तो एक गाय का नाम है नादिया. तो हम उसी गाय की घी को एकदम सब्जी में, तो मुझे लगा पहले दिन शायद बॉडी वेट बढ़ जाएगा, बट नहीं, मेरा बॉडी वेट कम हो गया, क्योंकि इतना प्योर खाना शायद मैं ज़िंदगी में पहली बार खाई.
Lovely. Named after a gymnast. Final two questions to you, Sachin, before we wrap up. One, earlier in the evening, we were talking about, women sports people and how, the sporting icons, the women sporting icons really have been doing rather well for the country. You've now seen Olympic sports from close quarter after your retirement. What do you think can be done to empower those women sports people? We were talking about this, and most panelists said that empowering them could be the solution. What do you think could be done?
I think first of all, I want to say that, champion athlete is sitting here, and she didn't have the best of everything when she started. But she and her coach made the best of everything that they had. So, वो तो एक दिमाग से निकालना चाहिए कि हमें ये फैसिलिटी नहीं है, वो फैसिलिटी नहीं है. And that applies to everyone sitting here. All of us, we sometimes we say कि ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है, इसलिए वो हो रहा है. But I don't think that was the case with her. She found a way to overcome all those challenges and found a way to keep herself engaged and involved in every little thing that she wanted to be and to do. The most important thing is to find a reason to wake up every morning and start chasing your dreams. And that is what my message to all the parents would be. हमारे देश में अभी भी वो एक इक्वालिटी है नहीं. मुझे लगता है कि हम डिस्क्रिमिनेट करते हैं, और जब बेटी की बात होती है तो वी ऑलवेज टेंड टू से कि ना ठीक है स्कूल में जाएगी, नहीं तो फिर घर में आके घर में मदद करेगी. आई मीन हर पेरेंट्स, आई थिंक उनको एक अच्छा अपलॉज दे सकते हैं आप, बिकॉज इफ दे हैडंट टेकन दैट बोल्ड स्टेप, she wouldn't have reached here and given us a reason to smile. So I think that is really, really important, to allow them to dream and then to chase their dreams. And for that, you have to go out and work hard. You can't be all the time at home. मैं यही रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा सबको कि इनफैक्ट इन्होंने ओलंपिक्स में यू लुक एट साक्षी एंड सिंधु, दोनों ने मेडल्स लेके आए. तो दोनों फीमेल एथलीट्स हैं और उन्होंने मेडल्स लेके आए. तो ऐसे ही और फीमेल एथलीट्स आए, और दे शुड ब्रिंग लॉरल्स टू आवर नेशन. बट दैट कैन ओनली हैपन इफ पेरेंट्स आर ओपन माइंडेड. आज मुझे लगता है कि वो एक ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो रहा है इंडिया में, वेयर पेरेंट्स हैव एक्चुअली स्टार्टेड बिलीविंग कि स्पोर्ट्स में से करियर हो सकता है. तो पहले इट वाज ऑलवेज या तो इंजीनियर बनो या डॉक्टर बनो, ऐसे ही होता था. मगर नाउ you know, there are multiple things, and it's not just to do with sports, but you could be anything in life. Celebrity chefs bhi ho rahe. So things are changing at a rapid pace, and we need to be on the right track to continue moving forward as a nation. And things are changing, which I'm really, really happy. So that should happen. So मैं यही मैसेज देना चाहूँगा कि उनको एक प्लेटफॉर्म प्रोवाइड करें, और जहाँ पे वो दे कैन गो आउट एंड एक्सप्रेस देयर टैलेंट and bring laurels to our nation.
Finally, before I let you go, I cannot let you go without not asking you about cricket. And since cricket meets Olympics today, what are your thoughts of cricket in the Olympic Games?
Well, cricketer होने के नाते मैं तो कहूँगा कि the game needs to globalize without any doubt. And some time ago, when I was there in 2016 at the Rio Olympics, I also spoke to Mr. Bach, Thomas Bach, and I told him कि मुझे लगता है I feel cricket should be included. But also when cricket is included, I think one needs to give enough time for the rest of the teams to prepare themselves. And he was under the impression कि 5 days, how can we wait? No, there are number of versions now. Cricket is, I think, one of those few sports where there are multiple versions. So one day है, one day के बाद अभी T20, now T10 has also started. By the time I think they introduce cricket in the Olympics, God knows it might be just 5 overs or whatever. But I think the game should be there. Being a cricketer, obviously, I would want that to happen. And I'm looking forward to that day without any doubt.